Hello and welcome. So, here we go. I've been thinking a lot about, Horus Heresy and Forgeworld. A lot lately, more than I think about other things. It is the better value product, that is Horus Heresy that is, and apparently Forgeworld too, but not so much, I don't believe. Well, anyway, Horus Heresy from Games Workshop is better value, but it also feels limiting. With models being up to 50% cheaper. Like, if you want to get Devastators for your Space Marine army, I wouldn't even get the Games Workshop ones. I would buy the 20-man tactical for Horus Heresy and the heavy weapons upgrade. You actually save money with that one. It's ridiculous, but there you go. And some models have use in both systems, such as Demons, when they finally drop the rules. Anyway, and Firstborn Marines. The Age of Darkness is the cheapest way to bitstart a 2,000 point army for Space Marines, and it's not even funny how cheap it is. I believe mine is 2,000 points and it came to £250, and that included the £40 Liber Hereticus book, or Liber Astartes. There you go. Horus Heresy is good if you want to play Space Marines. It is the cheaper value one. Anything else is massively paywalled with Forgeworld, for Horus Heresy that is. And Forgeworld prices make Games Workshop look like Tesco's extra value. And there is a massive difference between not being able to afford something and not being able to justify something. Look, I can't justify £100 on a Primarch model, especially when it's like a 25% difference in price between both Mortarians. Like, the Demon Mortarian is, well, he was about in the Siege of Terror, so he can be used in Horus Heresy. He's a £100 model, he's a lot bigger than the £80 other normal one, who's a lot smaller. And like, why would I buy the smaller one? It doesn't look as good. And talk about not as looking as good is the Forgeworld Gulliman is nearly twice the price of the Games Workshop one. And it doesn't look anywhere near as good. The Games Workshop one is so far superior, he pinched the Emperor's sword. That's what makes him look better, and he doesn't have that silly little pig sticker. Anyway, Games Workshop models in these examples are far superior. Anyway, else, and someone at Forgeworld saw the new Ultramarine Primarch and thought, oh shit, how the fuck are we going to sell our version now? Bollocks. Anyway, looking at those models alone shows Forgeworld is there for people to say, look, I got my model for Forgeworld. And I reply, you're a fucking idiot. Look, if you want to do that, more power to you, right? I don't care. It's your money. Do what you want. But I don't believe that alone is justification for a company's existence, just to say, ha ha ha, I bought it from this shop. Ha ha ha, I spent less money. I have more food. The other problem with Forgeworld is some models aren't actually that far priced from Games Workshop. Take the Alpha Legion Praetor. It is £27.50. New plastic Praetors are £20 without being Legion specific. So obviously, there's always more money in specificity. Oh, that word. Look, a chapter or Legion specific HQ for Space Marine, such as the Black Templar Marshal, is £22. Primaris Captains are £25, and they're not actually specific either. I can't say that word. Anyway, so yeah, Forgeworld can and do produce models at a price comparable to Games Workshop, then go completely mental with something like the Alpha Legion Exodus at nearly 40 quid. Look, there's zero justification for that. And so, this is probably what happened. Someone priced the Alpha Legion Praetor because they stopped Hoffman paint, or got fired for pricing the Alpha Legion Theatre. What? £27.50? Silly person! No, get out! But I would need my paint fix. No, you're fired. What should GW do? Well, before they take Forgeworld behind this shed and give it the old yellow treatment, first of all, new Horus Heresy models should all just be plastic, not resin. No selling for double the price just because resin or reasons. Hey, both fit there. Games Workshop are the ones that say they sell rules. Makes sense to have models that can use as many rules. All of the new models can easily be used in both Horus Heresy and 40k. Take the Esoterist. He's a librarian, or a sorcerer, depending on your allegiance. Dark Angels have had their own unique Terminators since forever. So giving the other chapters the same with upgrade sprues, or their plastic Terminators, which are exclusive to Forgeworld, isn't going to be far out of the question. Also means people can probably buy other chapters and other legions. Then next, start transferring the best-selling models to plastic and lowering the price with it. Right, here's a shocking fact. Every time GW has changed material from first metal to plastic and now resin to plastic, prices have dropped. Like they did with the Leviathan Dreadnought. Yeah, GW actually drops prices, we just don't tell anyone about it. They like to make a big song and dance about rising prices, but not dropping. You'd think they would do that, wouldn't you? Like, it's actually a lot cheaper now, you should now buy this one, because it's cheaper when we sell it on Forgeworld. The big models and tanks, well, they could be made to order. It's literally that reason, like, there's no reason, if you want to buy the Warlord Titan or whatever, like, you order it, you wait a while, and then you get it made to order for you. Because I can't see a reason why they'd actually mass produce it. It can't be that popular. And some of them, such as some of the tanks, could be just made plastic upgrade kits for existing models. Like if you get the Storm Raven, to create the Storm Eagle with an upgrade box. Or just put the upgrades in the box, like they did with a Baneblade, which has all the bits you need for it. Or just simply separately create the model in plastic. You know, there's plenty of models they can do this to as well. Not just those ones. And more flyers. Honest to God, like, Forgeworld has all the flyers and it's not even funny. We need more flyers in 40k. 40k flyers are fantastic looking models. They have some of the best looking models. And we can't use them unless you pay silly Forgeworld prices. I don't want to pay silly Forgeworld prices. I want to pay nice prices. And then complain about them being expensive. Not actually have to spend expensive prices. As for the walls, as Forgeworld is only Firstborn Space Marines, in future, do 2 Space Marine Codices. 1 Primaris and 1 Firstborn. Right, I'm going to stop here and actually go off script a minute. Yeah, you think I did that before, I haven't. All of this is scripted. Anyway, I was actually thinking about this. With 10th just around the corner, it would be great to be able to use the Liber Astartes as a proper codex for the 10th edition. Actually have that rule set in 10th. That would be beyond brilliant. Just having that, like, going back to that would be great. Anyway, back to that, like, 2 codices. 1 Primaris, 1 Firstborn. This will do 2 things. It will show Games Workshop which are more popular, and give players a choice of what time period to play. Look, 30k or 40k. Look, it's a massive time period. It's huge. It's 12,000 years. Okay? 12,000 years. But they want to stick in the last 100. Like, that's silly. It's not even 1% of the time period of 40k. And they want it in that little time period at the back end. Because Primaris. Have these 2 codices, and then people can say, I want to do this, or I want to do that. I want to play just Primaris, jolly good for you. I want to play Firstborn, jolly good for you. I want to buy both codices. Look, they do it for Chaos, for fuck's sake, so why can't they do it for, Loyal Astartes? I actually forgot what I wrote there. And you would not be stuck with narrative constraints, such as not being able to put Tycho in a Primaris force. Like, if you got Primaris Blood Angels and Firstborn Blood Angels, Tycho wouldn't be in that chapter, in that book, because he's dead. You know? And that means you can have rules for Yarok, because he's alive during a time period. And everyone will be happy. I will be happy if Yarok, Cal, and Creed were back. You'd make Imperial Guard players so happy. But never mind. And of course, you can have a bit of both for tournament players too. See, right now, if I want to use my Sicarian in a 40k battle, I actually do need an extra book. I need to get the Imperial Armor Compendium to use it. I mean, I should do, but it's also on the app. I mean, the app actually is good for that. I'll give them that. 40k app is good for having Horus Heresy tanks in 40k. Right? But having a dedicated Firstborn Codex, I wouldn't need that, you know? You could make, also this is the other thing, like a 30k Codex with Firstborn means you can have Vogel Dawn in plastic, you could have Conrad Kurz in plastic, you could have most of the Primax in plastic, because they were about, and not, you know, or warped up and stuff. Like, Vulcan as well, he would be able to be used. That would be so cool. Vulcan. He's such a cool guy. And to be honest with you, if I only had a Firstborn Codex, I'd probably end up buying more models anyway with that. Now, anyway, finally, see, we got Old World coming soon, and the rumours are it's going to be mainly Forgeworld. Now, that's going to stymie the game before it's even out the gate. Because, like, if I see Forgeworld and I have to go to Forgeworld to buy this stuff, I'm probably not going to buy a lot of it. I'll do what I always do, kit bash and convert the cheaper models. But that does, like, if they don't get rid of Forgeworld, or they make Old World Forgeworld only, it's pretty much shooting the Old World in the leg and saying, go on, why aren't you running? Run! Oh no, we give up on you now. And the thing is, games that are actually far more removed from Forgeworld actually do better. Look at Aeronautica Imperialis. The model prices for Games Workshop are so much lower for the exact same quality. That's the funniest bit about it. Forgeworld was always this, we're in resin, we're better quality. You're not anymore. You're not better quality anymore. And why would anyone buy the Orc Air Wah Mega Bomber for 73 quid? It's not that big. It's a tiny model. 73 quid. More money than sense. And the Thunderhawk from Games Workshop, you know, the better looking model, and it's quite big as well. It's not as big. It's 30 quid. You can get 2 of those and some change instead of an Orc. Why would you even collect Orcs and have that? But it's so good in the game. I don't care if it's good in the game. I care what's good on my wallet. And if it looks good as well. That always helps. Instead of the Orc craft, like, yes, there you go. Look, in plastic, the Orc War Bomb would be so much cheaper and they would sell more. Like, if you dropped if it went to plastic and you dropped it down to 40 quid, someone would buy 2. That's the profits covered for those, both of those, and the Mega Bomber in one. Now let's go back to Horus Heresy for a second, because Horus Heresy was mostly Forgeworld during the first edition. You had a couple of boxes that came out in, you know, from Games Workshop, plastic models like the Contemptor Dreadnought, the Cataphracti, Tartarus, you know, some of the models as a Garaman, exactly. But yeah, most of it remained in Forgeworld. Now look at it. It's now in Games Workshop. It's now mostly, a lot of it is plastic, and it's doing a lot better. Because why would I look? The Leviathan Dreadnought is 50 quid, right? I do think that's a bit expensive for a Dreadnought, but it's not as expensive as a 90 odd 70. What is it? £70 for the Telemon one? 90. Or the Telemon one, or other Leviathan Dreadnoughts. Well, I think I worked it out as almost £100 on Forgeworld. Why? Why would it be so expensive? Because they were Legion specific. Like, now we got the upgrade sprue coming as well. Well, resin upgrades. They're going to be Legion specific. You can make it Legion specific quite easily with so many bits and pieces from your box. It's not that difficult. But yeah, everything's gotten cheaper. But Leviathan is cheaper. Everything gets cheaper when it goes to plastic. And we should be going for that more. And rather than going, oh no, Games Workshop know what they're doing. Yeah, no, they don't. No. They know how to get money from people. That's their job. So yeah, Forgeworld needs to be given the old yellow treatment. Anyway, this is just a bit of a rambling on Monday. I wanted to get off my chest. What do you think? Do you think Forgeworld needs the old yellow treatment? Do you think it needs to be taken around back of a shed and shot? Or do you think they're reasonably priced? Or are you one of those idiots that think complaining about prices is stupid because this hobby's expensive anyway? Yeah, you know my opinion on those sort of people anyway. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to save money on Warhammer, go to Wayland Games. The link's down below. I get money from that. Go to Forbidden Planet. I get money from that too, if you like comics. Buy my comics. I get 50% off the publishing. Like, that's a massive thing. I get 50% of that money. Yeah, so, hey, buy yourself a comic. It's pretty good if you want to see your Little Red Riding Hood fight cyborg werewolves and Lovecraftian monsters. And my t-shirts if you're fancying a bit of... You want to be styling and a bit of fashion. Yeah. Anyway, and of course, there's Patreon if you want to give me money. For no reason. And me forget that I have a Patreon except when I do these bits. There will be a stream tonight. I will be streaming, I don't know. I don't think I'll be streaming Chaos Bane tonight. Because I finished it. I got bored, so I played the game over the weekend and finished it. I actually really enjoyed that game. So, anyway. I did actually do a save, so I know where I am. But I did finish it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I better lose a subscriber for this because no one likes complaining about GW. Bye-bye.